Shalom, Yahabashim Shabbaton, so brother Shalom, Shamar, Ratan Bashim Shalom, this is I.S.U.P.K, Minnesota, the Lashawan Qadash class. Today, of course, as you see the title, we are going to do more translation, or transliterations, I should say. Okay. Share the content, anybody that enjoys language or learning a new language. But if you are Black, Hispanic, or Native American, this is your original tongue. See what I'm saying? Lashawan Qadash, which means holy tongue. All right. Right here is going to be your language. All right. And down here is a secondary language that is not ours, but we do use for important purposes and things of that sort. All right. So once again, today we are going to go over more transliterations or translations. All right. Using some of the scriptures, not everything that we're going to use is going to be involved with scriptures. Okay. Just want to point that out, just in case anybody gets confused. Okay. All right. So of course, if you have any questions or concerns, go ahead and ask the question in the chat. We are on Facebook and YouTube. All right. Yeah, we are on Facebook and YouTube. So go ahead and do that. Otherwise, we're going to go ahead and get into it. Anybody have any questions? You good? All right. If so, just let me know, okay? All right. So, let's see. So also too, last week we went over what is called prefix and suffix. Do you recall that last week? All right, so what is a prefix? And you talk a little bit louder? Goes at the beginning of the word. Okay, yeah. So so a prefix is something that's at the beginning of the word, which determines how the word is going to come next, which is called a suffix. Suffix is something that's after the word, or everybody else like it. A suffix is more like that's at the end of the word. Okay, so that's what it is. All right. So the scripture that we're going to get into is Exodus 16 and 15. So it's going to be Exodus chapter. Let's see. Chapter 16 verse 15. All right. And we are going to read into it as well. Once again, this is a transliteration and a translation, okay? All right. So, once again, it's pretty similar. It's a little different because a translation is one language to another language, okay? Transliteration is you pretty much abbreviating it. You are, how would you say it? You are portion. There you go, a portion of something. All right. Of course, if you got any questions or concerns, let me know. We are going to get to it. All right, bear with me 1 second. Alright, so let me see here. Alright, so alright, that's what it is. Alright, so let's get to it. Alright, Exodus chapter 16, verse 15. So this is the first part that we're going to start off with, okay? So let's get into it. Let me step this back real fast. Okay. Alright, so as we know, that are spaced apart. So that'll be that. So slowly but surely. So we are going to break this all down. So can you tell me what this letter is right here? Say again. Yeah. So we have a ha right here. So we have a ha. All right. Because ha is this symbol right here. This is the Hebrew at the bottom. The Syrian is at the top. So it's going to be ha. Ha is right here. You see symbol right there, which matches right here. All right. So what's next to ha? Wa, you said? Okay, wa, yep. All right. Wa, and of course it's by itself. What's next to it? Okay. All right, and then we're going to do the pronunciation a little bit later. Let's go to the second word. Once again, that is what again? Ha, yep. Okay, next one, which is by itself. La, yep. And what is next to it? Yep, ka or ka. And but the thing is, the ka is connected to what? Ma, correct. Yep. So if it's connected, what might drop off? The A with the ka or the ma. All right. So it will be CHAAM. Okay. Sounds correct. All right. What's the third word? We have which is by itself. Okay. Huh? You said what? No. Yeah. Sha. The sha is connected. It's connected to what? So how would you say that? So you got the sha and the ra. How would you connect the sha and the ra? How would you connect that? Which would be what altogether? Shar. Most time first. That's correct. Yep. Shar. That's correct. What is the next word? Or if you want to break it down piece by piece, what is it? So how would you say that? Nathan, most time Christ. Yeah, see, it's really that simple just to understand. All right, Nathan. Okay, Nathan. All right, so what is the word underneath here? Actually, matter of fact, before we answer that question, right, let me write it a little more down here. So, give me a second. Let me start check. All right. Okay. So, all right. Now, what is this one right here? Huh? To yeah.
Yeah.
As you know, everything is right to left, right to left. Keep going.
Huh?
Is the yeah and her by itself? Huh?
No.
The yeah is the yeah and the her by itself.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's correct. Yeah, because this right here is called a what parenthesis versus this one.
Open and close.
The first one is open, right? And this one is what?
Close.
That's correct. Yeah. No time close. Yeah. So when it's by itself, when you see something like this underneath this, it's by itself, which is called an open parenthesis. Open meaning that it's there, it's by itself. When it's like this, it's closed in together. It's closed in together. Okay, that should be simple. So we have yeah, her, and then what is this?
Well.
Well, and what's next to well? So it's like when we put those two together, what is it? Where are those two together by itself?
Yahannah.
That is correct. It's going to be Yahweh. All right. All right. Yahweh. Keeping with everything. All right. All right. 1 second here. All right. So this is Exodus 16 to 15. Let's break it down. Then we're going to get into the entire scripture. Okay. So, yeah. All right. Let's look. All right. So, Hawaii. Do we remember what Hawaii is? Okay. What's the hand? What's another word for male? Like male, not the male that you get sent in, but gender.
Man.
Huh?
Man.
Try another one besides man. What's another word for male? Or man? Yeah. What's another word? Say again. Right. Hawaii means he. Action and effect. Let me just erase that real quick. Hawaii is he. Okay? Now, of course, that's just one word, right? So there's no prefix or suffix to it. It's a whole word. All right? So, this next word, halakon. Is there a prefix or a suffix at all that you can recall? I will accept any wrong or right answers. Ha as well. That's correct. Ha is a prefix. So if ha is a prefix, what is lakom? Lakom. Suffix, yes. So what does ha mean? Do we remember what ha means? Say again. Shalah. Okay. When you hear the word end, what comes to mind? End. I say the same thing. Lakom. So let me see. It has something to do with food. What type of food do you think it is?
Bread.
Huh?
Bread.
Why do you say bread? Just tell me why you say bread. I'm not saying you're right or you're wrong. Just tell me why you say bread. What makes you think bread?
It's kind of what you think of when people make food.
You're right. That's exactly what it is. Yep, so you're absolutely right. And that's very good. Your mind is very sharp, which is very good. So that's what it is, bread. Okay. How I.S.U.P.K. Ha is a prefix, which is the at the. Lacham is bread, which we see in the Lord's Prayer. The Lord's Prayer speaks about lacham, or mentions the word lacham, which is bread. All right. What is the next word? How do you pronounce that?
Shar.
Ashar. Ashar. That's correct. Ashar. 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 That's really Ashar. So yeah, that's right. Ashar. What do you think Ashar means? We see this word all the time. For the past couple of weeks. Ashar. What does Ashar mean? If you need me to, I can give you a hint. Okay, what are the 5 W's that we learn about in school? 5 W's. If I was to ask a kid, then they probably won't understand. Huh?
When, where, what, that one?
Say the last one again.
What?
What? Okay, very similar. So, Ashar is which. See what I'm saying? As in which one? See what I'm saying? Or, yeah, like which one are you talking about? Are you talking about the green, the blue, the purple, whatever? See what I'm saying? The black, yellow, or whatever. Which? Lord's Prayer. You will see the thumb. You see the pattern, right? He, the bread, which. He, the bread, which. What do you think that one is? The thumb. If you need me to give you a hint, let me know. To give you a hint? Okay. Give me 1 second. Okay. 1 second. All right, so I'm gonna try to say it without giving it to you. So if I ask you for something, what did I just do? Okay, so if I ask you for something, if I ask you for something, what is your next action?
To give it to you.
Say it again.
To give it to you.
You said give it to you? So what is the word Nathan mean?
Give.
Give. That's what it means, right? Yeah. It means give. What's another word for saying give? Say it again.
Gave.
Gave. That's right, yep. It means gave. Yep. So Nathan means give or gave. Alright? So what is this word?
Yahweh.
Say it again.
Yahweh.
Yahweh, yep, that's correct. And what does Yahweh mean? Most High, or what do people call Yahweh Shai, or what do they say? Like, okay, think of a Christian, right? What do they say about the Most High's name? Like, what are other words that Christians say that relate to his name? Said God, okay, something else, more.
Lord,
Say it again.
Lord,
Right, so it's Yahweh, Yahweh means Lord's, or Lord's name, Lord name, or the Most High. H stands for the, if you want to, make it sound like a sharp line. All right, so this is Exodus chapter 16, verse 15. And when the children of Israel saw it, they said one to another, "It is manna," for they wist not what it was. And Moses said unto them, "This is the bread which the Lord hath given you to eat." Now, when it says, and when the children of Israel saw it, they said one to another, "It is manna," for they wist not what it was. Manna meaning like they didn't know what they saw and what it was. Okay, they was in a sense astonished. They didn't know what they were seeing, or what was before them. Okay, but of course it elaborates with Moses saying, "And Moses said unto them, This is the bread which the Lord hath given you to eat." So at first they didn't know what it was, but Moses being one of the ones, prophets to explain it to us, he explained that it's food for us to eat. Okay, understand that this is the time for what? Understand, this is the time where in the book of Exodus, the 16th chapter, where Black Hispanic people were being led by Moses. And being led by Moses, they were coming out of Egypt and going into the wilderness. When you go into the 12th chapter of Exodus, what you're going to see is that we were leaving out of Egypt to go to the Passover, which is coming up less than 2 weeks. I think the Passover is about 12 days away. Okay? If I'm not mistaken, it's about 12 days away. And so that's what happened. All right? So, we was in the wilderness, we was hungry, we was starving, we was in one of need of all things. And we had bread, the Most High still looked out for us, although we was in captivity, which is another word for saying slavery. Okay? So let's keep going. Give me a second. All right. Just a second, please. 1 second. All right, so no, I'm not going. Okay, give me 1 second. The next one. All right. All right, so next one's going to be Psalms or Psalm, or Psalms 1 and 1 through 6. Okay. So Psalms 1, chapter 1, verse 1 through 6. Okay. So let's get to it. All right, give me 1 second. All right, yeah, so now it's okay, give me 1 second here. All right, so let's get it. Once again, if you got any questions or concerns, let me know, and we will get to them. So far, do you have any questions, Lou?
no.
All right. So no questions about anything so far. Okay. All right, so just let me know, right? Okay. now I'm gonna ask you a question, right? So, um, uh, um, so does the Syrian have any connectors? Or is it the Hebrew?
Does it have any connectors?
Yeah, so this is connectors.
No,
Say it again.
no.
So which one has connectors, which one does not have connectors?
Hebrew has connectors. Syrian doesn't.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
How do you know? Mm-hmm.
Because of the way it's written.
Say it again.
The way it's written.
Okay. Now I could be writing it wrong. But sometimes what I do is I write things wrong on purpose just so that the students could correct it. All right. So the Hebrew, yes, the Hebrew does have connectors. The Assyrian does not. Almost done here. Give me a second. Okay, there's more to it. Give me a second. All right. What else can you tell me about the Hebrew? How about this? What all do you know about the Hebrew? From experience, from something that was told to you, what all do you know about the Hebrew?
But it's our language.
Say it one more time.
Our language.
Say it one more time.
It's our language.
When you say it's our language, who language?
The 12 tribes of Israel.
And who makes up the 12 tribes of Israel?
Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans.
Blacks, Hispanic, and Native Americans. That's correct. That is absolutely correct. All right, almost done. All right, so let's see. Let's go check here. Is everything on here right or wrong? You know? Two is right? All right. That's fine. That's right. Okay, so let me show you something, right? So, sh, I, taza, ha, la, ma, ba, okay, ba, ya, ba, kh, t, d, k, Salaki. Now, this one is wrong. Can you tell me which one of these are wrong? You have to look at the board. I don't want to chart right yet. Huh? This one or that one? What is that supposed to be at the end of it? Like, can you describe it? Can you describe it? Like, what shape is it supposed to be? Can you explain to me? I mean, how does it look to you? A Y, up, down, like that. Because we gotta go right to left. Right here. You can take your time. Say it again. Sure, yeah. Sure, okay. Let's keep going. What's that one? If you want to say the whole word, go ahead, otherwise we can break it apart. So what's the first one? Is it by itself or is it together with something? Okay, so it's I. Upslide. Okay. Alright, so it's going to be I. What's next? Yeah. And what is yeah connected to? Yeah, so that would be what? Including the what would that be all together? I.S. Yep, that's correct. Yep. That's very good. That's catching on pretty fast. It's good. I.S. I.S. is what it is. Let's move forward. What's underneath? Oh, no, I'm sorry. What's next to I.S.? If you still want to, we can break it apart.
Hallelujah.
Hold on a second. You said what?
Hello.
Halak, yep. I'm sorry for this. Halak. Halak. Yep. The ha by itself, the la and the ka is together. I to za, yep. I to za. I to za. I to za. Correct. What's the next one?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Sure.
So Russia.
Yeah.
Rush. It might be a little tricky for you now. Rashai. Yeah, Rashai. Because with the I, it's by itself already. So nothing drops off. What drops off is the A with the sh, Rashai. Now, what is this one right here? Huh?
No.
I what?
I
feel like I heard you say
I'm is it I'm
I am I, yep, I am I. And I'm sure you heard that word before. Yeah, during Sabbath service. Yeah. Also, too, you have a captain by the name I.S.U.P.K. Yeah. What's the next one? Mm-hmm. Say it again. Say it one more time. Yeah, you got it, go ahead. Say it again. Say it louder and confident. The rock, yeah. The rock. Mm-hmm. Which is by itself. Okay. Say it again. Yeah. Hold on. Let me go check something. If I'm not mistaken, I believe it's it. Yeah, it's Qatar. It's Qatar. Qatar. Yep. What's this one? Mm-hmm. That's correct. You're wow. All right. Keep going. So what? Okay, I'll give you some time.
shop.
Say it one more time.
Marble shop.
Come. Marvel shop. That's correct. Yep. Marvel shop. Okay. It's actually Marvel shop. Marvel shop. Oh, sorry. Marvel shop. No, you're right. Marvel shop. Marvel shop. So I have Marvel shop. Marvel shop. Marvel shop, as I said. If it was Marvel shop, it would have been another Y. So Marvel shop. Marvel shop. Okay. So, all right, now let's break all the way down. So, was Ashar mean again? Yep, so now the thing is, there's different contexts for Ashar. In a sense, less. Or otherwise, ARAQ, Barak, or Barak. So, all right, so Ashar. Ashar, in a sense, means happy based on the context. Or blessed. Okay, happy or blessed. Ayash. You want a hint? So, what is a male? I asked this earlier. What is a male? You know? Huh? Okay. Yes, but you said something before he last time. What is a male? Huh? Man. Yep. Ayash means man. Ayash has another meaning, but we're just going to focus on man. Man. Halak. What is something that you do with your feet and your legs on a daily basis? Say it again. Walk. That's right. Halak means to walk. Aitazah. Huh? When you need help with something, what do you do? If you are in jam and you have an issue, what do you do? Okay. Yes, but let's say that you have an issue in I.S.U.P.K, meaning like you can't figure something out. You're going through something in life. What do you do? And you can't figure it out. What do you do? Mm-hmm. Counsel. Counsel. Yep. Counsel. Counsel. But I think the student always how to say it. Hold on, let me make sure. The student always how to say counsel. Counsel or counsel. Alright, so Rashad. What does Rashad mean? That's a pretty big word. So if something's not holy, what is it? What's the opposite of righteous? Okay, something's not godly, what is it? If something's not godly, what is it? Yes, but what's the opposite of godly? Think about it. What's the opposite of godly? Huh? Say it again. All right, so if I give it to you, you are going to be mad. You ready? Ungodly. All right, I see you mad already. Okay. Ungodly. That's why I said, what's the opposite of godly? Ungodly. But I said righteous for a reason, righteous. Or, but yeah, I could have said, yeah. What's the opposite of righteous? Righteousness or righteous? Unrighteous. You said wicked, which is not wrong. That's very true. I would have said the same thing. But, you know, like, it's pretty much the same thing. Yeah. So, I lied. If you want to guess, you can guess, because these perceptions all the time. The word I lied, what's I lied? I lied. Say it again. No. Huh? Okay. If I say I lied you, what does that mean? Say it again. To stand. I lied means stand or to stand. I lied means just to stand. Okay. I lied young, which is I mention this almost every week. Young is plural, which means what is I.M.? What? Mean? If I say aqua, what does aqua mean? Huh? Sister was aqua. Sisters, yes, yep, that's correct. Because it's plural, the young adds onto it, which makes it plural. Okay? So, I might to stand. Derive. What do you think derive means? So okay, let's say that, so from where I'm standing right here to the door, right? There's something in the way and I'm, what did I just do? Okay, how about this? Let's say, I'm trying not to give it to you, I'm trying to make it simple. So you know streets and highways, right? If the yellow line or the white line leads you somewhere, what's that called? You got it. It's not that hard, I think so hard, you got it. If a line leads you somewhere, or better yet, a map. Very close. If a map leads you somewhere, what is that called? It's on the lines of direction. Say it again? That's right, yep. The route means path or way. Path or way path. You see what I'm saying? Same thing, okay? Now, this is a good one. Kata. I remember this word, because it's actually one of our vocabularies. This word, and this is all vocabularies. Plus, I know this by heart. I know this one by heart for sure. Alright. What do you think kata means? If you're not keeping the law, what are you doing?
Breaking it.
You said what?
Breaking it.
You gotta say it louder than that.
Breaking it.
You're breaking the law. So if you're breaking the law, what is that called? Say it again? It's a sin. So kata means sinner. Sinner. What does Yawab mean? Yawab is very close to the word Yashab. Now, pretty much give it to you. At Sabbath service, we say Yeshab, Yeshab or Yeshab, every time we do Sabbath service. After we get done with the prayers, I'm still getting too much on purpose. That's all you need. If you don't know, I'm going to ask you a simple question where you're going to get mad and I'm like, oh, okay, it makes sense. So you want me to ask you? What are you doing right now? Say it again. Yeah, Yawab means the well or sit. Okay, there you go. Yeah, the well or sit. Now, of course, Yashab means sit, but when you add Yashab, it means to sit. All right. So Yawab means the well, mainly, or sit, which is the same thing. But Yashab, by definition, only means sit. Yashab is to sit. Okay. Yep. So, all right. That's what that means. Mawab Shah. Mawashab. Mawashab. What does Mawashab mean? Now, this one's a little tricky. So, I'm going to do this one. Yep. What does that say? Assembly. Assembly. Yep. So I wrote a little crooked on that. Assembly. That's what it means, okay? Assembly. All right, now, can you get Psalms 1, chapter 1, verses 1 through 6? Please. Hang on 1 second, hold on. All right, so Psalm chapter 1, verses 1 through 6, okay? Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the way of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. Verse 2, but his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his law doeth he meditate day and night. And verse 3, and he shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water that bringeth forth his fruit and his season. All right. His leaf also shall not wither, and whatsoever he doeth shall prosper. Verse 4. The ungodly are not so, but are like the chaff which the wind driveth away. Verse 5. Therefore the ungodly shall not stand in the judgment, nor sinners in the congregation of the righteous. Verse 6. For the Lord knoweth the way of the righteous, but the way of the ungodly shall perish. All right. So, that being said, lets you know that, let me see here. This is the man that walked. So, in this sense, happy or blessed, right? Ashar. This would be this. Hold on. Just that. All right. So this would be pretty much. So blessed. All right. So blessed man, or you can pretty much say the man. Blessed the man or blessed be man, right? That walk or walk. Okay. Blessed the man walk. Let me see here. Give me a second. All right. So not in counsel of ungodly, men, so to speak. So blessed the man walk not in counsel of ungodly people or men, right? Nor standeth. To admire means to stand. You know what I'm saying? So stand in the way of sinners. Sinners. Let's see. Let me see this. All right, so what it would be, right? So, bless, so, man, now also what we did was we added fillers. Happy or blessed, walk, not filler, and filler, counsel of ungodly, godly people or men, the ones that give counsel, to not stand in the way or path. Wait a minute. One second. All right. In the way of sinners, or sinner, same thing, that sit in assembly. Assembly meaning like a throne or something like that. You know what I'm saying? In a certain place, in a seat. So a throne, all right? That's what it means, okay? So here you go. All right. What time is it? Okay. No sweat, no sweat. Okay. So that's what it's simply saying. Thinking we should do one more. Let me see if there's enough time. All right, let's do some vocabulary words. D'accord? All right, do that. All right. You want a second? All right, so let's recap real quick. We have Exodus chapter 16, verse 15. Okay. You know what? I didn't break all this all the way down. So pretty much, with this one right here, Hawa'ah, Halakam, Ashar, Yaham, Yahweh. So let me see. How we write this out would be the Lord, the Lord, um, so one second. Actually, yeah, so the Lord gives you the bread, okay? That's how we break it down. All right, is that simple? So yeah, that's how I read for Exodus 16 and 15, okay? Chapter 16, verse 15, otherwise, Psalms 1 through 6, okay? Chapter 1, verses 1 through 6 would be, so Ashar, Ayash, Alat, Itazah, Rishai, Imad, Darak, Khatah, Yawab, Mawashab. Bless the man, walk not in counsel of ungodly, to not stand in the way of sinners that sit in assembly. Okay? So is that simple? Now we're going to get into the vocab words, all right? So give me a second here. One second. All right. So now I'm going to erase this. If you do not find this or see this, what you're going to do is go ahead and go back to the video after class is over and write this down. Now, the vocab words we have not done in such a very long time because we have been focusing on a lot of different words. The ones that we did a few months ago, if I'm not mistaken. All right, so now with I, okay? What does that say? Israel. That's how you say Israel. SHALAM. Okay. Now the Hebrew, of course, Yah, Shah, Ra, and La. Yah, Shah. Wait a minute. Yah, Shah, oh yeah, no. Yah, Shah, Shah, Yah, Shah, Ra, La. Yah, Shah, Ra, La. Yah, Shah. No, Yah, Shah, Ra, La. Yah, Shah, Ra, La. Actually, you know what? I don't do this. Alright, here we go. Yasha, Rala, yeah, Yasha, Rala. That? No, actually, no. Yasha, Allah. There we go. Good night. I get mixed up with Ishmael and Israel. Alright. Alright, my bad. Alright, so next one is identity. Identity, okay? Is Dema. Dema. The Dema. Identity, okay? This one is called image or idol. Tazalam. Tazalam is idol or image. What's that word?
Ignorant.
Ignorant. What's that word?
Bawar.
Bawar. Yeah. Bawar is how you say ignorant. Which is going to be this, and this. Bawar. Bawar. In Hebrew. Next is going to be invade. Invade. How you say that word?
Qadash.
Qadash. That's right. Qadash. The ka always get mixed up, yeah. Ka, la, yeah. Qadash. All right. Next one. Is that word?
Illegal.
Illegal.
Excuse me.
And what's that word?
Bawar.
Balaki. Someone right Hebrew out in a second. These are a few more. Who's this word?
Immediately.
Immediately. All right. This is how you say it in Hebrew.
Okay.
The cop, yeah. The cop. Sound like the cop. Okay.
Interview.
Say it again.
Interview.
Mm-hmm.
Investigate.
Mm-hmm. Last one.
I can't see the light.
Huh?
Iron.
Iron. Yep. Iron. Yep. Not bad. Let me write that. All right. All right. So the Hebrew word for interview is yeah. Number one. Require. Should be Barazar. Barazar. Okay. So now let's put in Hebrew. Okay. All right. So illegal Valakia. So we got a ba, la, ba, which is this, and yeah. Here is so ba, la, yeah. Okay. All right. Immediately. We have the, we have the ka, we have the pa. Those two are together, that's by itself. All right. All right. I.S.U.P.K. Interview. We have the Ra, the the Ya, and we have the Wa and the Na. Ra-A-Ya-Wan. 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 Kakwa. Okay? We have this right here. Ka. Kwa. Kwa is, yeah. And then we have the Ra. All right. Barazar. Iron. So we have the Ba, the Ra, and the Za, which is still, I believe, it's the Ra again. Image, idol, Tazalam, ignorant, Bawar, invade, Palash, illegal, Balafia, immediately, the cop, interview, Ra'awan, I'm sorry, Ra'awan, investigate, Kakor, iron, Barazar. Okay, there you go. Also, too, we do got a brother by a similar name, Iron, Bazal, okay? All right, so, yeah, I believe that's Lashawan Qadash. See what I'm saying? Okay, all right. All right, so yes, with that being said, that is Lashawan Qadash. Meet us tomorrow, 12 p.m. Central Time, or Minnesota time, pretty much. We have Sabbath service, and after that, Lord allow, we have camp right after, either on the south side, Lake, Chicago and Lake. See what I'm saying? Tomorrow. Otherwise, downtown Minneapolis. All right. We'll keep you updated. With that being said, Shalom, Yahweh, Shalom, Shabbat, Shalom, Shalom, Yahweh, Shemar, Aladam, Shalom, 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 Yahweh, Shai, to all the sisters. All right. That being said, Shalom. All right. All right.